We'll continue with the self-forgiveness list, which is from www.destiny.co.za, or you can log on to www.oneinequalityaslife.ning.com. Click on the groups and click on the featured group named Self-Forgiveness Done 10 times, and click on June's page. This is where all the different links to all the self-forgiveness lists are. Okay, I am doing this to experiment and see what happens with an open mind. So I'm continuing on. I forgive myself that I've allowed myself to be programmed within and as the becoming and believing of myself as the polarity equations of right and wrong, good and bad, and positive and negative, instead of me trusting my own discernment as who I am of life within and as oneness and equality. I forgive myself that I've allowed myself to accept and allow this world and all of humanity to continue as is, because of the following allowed and accepted law by which I accepted and allowed myself to live by, comply, and adhere to. It's just the way it is. I forgive myself that I've allowed and accepted myself to be programmed to believe that emotions and feelings are expressions and experiences of me that are real, instead of realizing that emotions and feelings are generated through the act of thinking that is of the mind system within me. I forgive myself that I've allowed myself to become the thoughts, feelings, and emotions of the mind system, which I have accepted and allowed within me, and because of this becoming of me, the world as me has become the becoming of me as a mind consciousness system, systems fueling systems. So this is part B, self-application directive principle. It says, the corrective self-application together with self-forgiveness of the forehead point is as follows. Number 1. To within the realization that you are not your mind, thoughts, feelings, and emotions, apply self-forgiveness. So I will say, I forgive myself for thinking that I am I forgive myself for being the mind, thoughts, feelings, and emotions that I am, rather than realizing that it is not who I am. Well, that's me doing self-forgiveness for that. Okay, so number 2, to within this realization of what you have accepted and allowed within you and within the world as the rest of humanity, to no longer accept and allow it through applying self-forgiveness. I forgive myself for accepting and allowing within me, within the world as the rest of humanity, all this, and that the realization of all this, because of my realization, I will no longer accept and allow it through applying self-forgiveness. Okay, number 3, to live self-honesty in every moment as you. Self-honesty in every moment when you see that a thought, feeling, and emotion arise within you, and apply self-forgiveness immediately. Number 4, to within this realization of what you have accepted and allowed yourself to become as a mind system, to no longer accept and allow yourself to be the mind system, by participating in the mind through self-honesty and self-forgiveness in every moment. To within this realization, know and understand this. Number 5, when you have a pain in your body, your human physical body of life as who you really are is communicating with you to pay attention. Number 6, within this realization, no longer remain separate from anything or anyone within you. Place all that you have accepted and allowed yourself to be separate from within you as you, and apply self-forgiveness. When you have any reaction, such as thoughts within and as you. For instance, prostitution, place the prostitute within you as you. If any reaction, step forth, immediate self-forgiveness, otherwise you are still of separation and therefore still of the mind. If any separation exists within you of anything or anyone of this world, you are still of the mind. To within this realization, no longer accept and allow your mind of thoughts, feelings, and emotions to influence, direct, and control who you are. Stop the thoughts, feelings, and emotions and do not participate. Apply self-forgiveness as you live self-honesty. Do not accept and allow yourself to blame anything or anyone separate from you. This is separation, and you not taking responsibility for what you have accepted and allowed to exist and manifest within you as a mind. Number 9, take responsibility for yourself and stand up for yourself through self-forgiveness, self-application, and self-honesty in every moment. You for yourself must realize that you're not the mind, but what you are. But that you are life. Correction. Number 10, do not accept and allow yourself to separate you from your human physical body or nature. All that is of the earth, for all that is of the earth is the manifested expressive example of who you are, as life within and as one is in equality. Number 11, do not accept and allow yourself to suppress the nature that is you as your human physical body of life with medication. When pain exists, utilize medication of the pharmaceutical companies, but only as a bridge for a moment when necessary, not from the starting point to subdue pain or to heal the pain, but realize you are only using it as a bridge. 12, to directing yourself through stopping and not allowing yourself to participate in the mind of thoughts, feelings, and emotions, through applying self-forgiveness and self-honesty in every moment, instead of allowing and accepting the mindless thoughts, feelings, and emotions to direct you. Okay, so see you in the next video. Remember, I do 20 counts of breathing. I breathe in, pause, breathe out, pause. And that I count as one set. I do 20 of those so that I will be relaxed as I do this. Cool.